breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. This breath of life is a different Strong's number. This one is 7307, which can apply to both man and beast. Let's take a look at Genesis 7:15. Genesis 7:15 says, "And they went in unto Noah into the ark, two of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life." Here, the breath of life is again Strong's number 7307, and we can see in this context that it's specifically speaking about the animals. And the last one is the one that we recently went over in Genesis 7:22, where we saw that God used both Hebrew words, the breath of life, in the same verse because the context included both man and animals. So I hope this is making sense. This allowed me to conclude that Mr. Camping's claim was in fact correct. That the word breath, which is given to Adam or to mankind, is exclusive to mankind and never used in conjunction with animals. And if you want to take the time to examine the rest of Strong's number 5397, you'll notice that animals are not specifically in view in any one of those verses. So now we've learned that there's two types of the breath of life. One is the breath of physical life, and the other is the breath of spiritual life. And this is important because while the animals were only given one type of the breath of life, mankind was given both. And so now we're making progress in understanding a little more about how man was created. Now we can understand this next verse. We're starting Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. And we'll close with this verse. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 7. There we read, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it." Well, this passage applies to all of mankind because it's making reference to returning to the dust of the earth, which was part of God's curse at the beginning. It states that when a person's physical body dies, that their spirit or their breath returns unto God who gave it. And this is why it's so important to understand that the Bible speaks of two types of breath of life, because this word spirit is Strong's number 7307, which again refers to the physical breath of life given to animals as well as the one given to the human being. And it's that spirit or that breath that returns to God upon death, whether animal or man, saved or unsaved. Okay. The next month, Lord willing, I want to talk about the other breath of life as well as the soul. So we're going to go ahead and close with a word of prayer.